Life is life, no exceptions. So let me be as clear as possible. A life is a life, no matter the circumstances. The value of human life does not change based on how convenient or inconvenient that life might be to someone else. It doesn't change based on the situation, the location, or the stage of development. All right. Life begins at conception. That's not just a belief, that's a biological fact. And I might lose some friends and followers from today's talk. It might make you uncomfortable. And, I am speaking a moral truth, so I can live with that because shying away from truth just because it makes people uncomfortable, that's not the way to go about things. And you're definitely not doing anyone any favors. We live in a country that claims to fight for the voiceless, the powerless, the marginalized. But, somehow, unfortunately, we've convinced ourselves that the most vulnerable human beings, those that are in the womb, can be discarded as if they're nothing because they're unwanted. And worse, we justify it by saying it's the woman's right to choose. But choose what exactly? To end someone else's life? You do not have the moral right to take someone else's life simply because you're stronger than they are. That logic is no different than tyrants of the past history, who they used power as a justification to eliminate the weak. That is not progress. All right. That's not empowerment. That's oppression in its ugliest forms. People, the pro-choice crowd is going to bring up, okay, the hard cases, rape, incest. And let me be crystal clear. Rape is evil. It is traumatic. It is horrific. It is criminal. But ending an innocent child's life because of the evil act of the father, it doesn't undo that trauma. It just adds another layer of trauma, adds another layer of violence. And here's the truth that a few people will actually say is, and this is from I think it's called Guttmacher, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, the Guttmacher Institute, that less than 1% of all abortions in the United States are due to rape. That's not my number, that's theirs. They're a pro-choice organization. So when we make rape the centerpiece of the abortion debate, we're actually avoiding the actual issue, which is the vast majority of abortions are simply performed because that child is unwanted or just deemed inconvenient. But let me ask you this. When did convenience become a valid reason to kill? Life's not defined by whether it's planned or perfect. It's defined by what it is. It's a unique, unrepeatable, fully human person made in the image of God. And just because someone is smaller, because someone is weaker, or they can't speak up for themselves, that doesn't make their life any less valuable. We don't determine someone's worth based on their size, their age, or their circumstances. At least we shouldn't. So my challenge for everyone today is look at that moral truth hard and fast and look at the world we're living in. And does that align with a moral standard? It doesn't for me. It doesn't for the Bible. Definitely shouldn't for Christians. Shouldn't for anyone. But the Lord put this on my heart today to speak about because it's a hard topic, and sometimes we have to address those hard topics. But a life is a life, no matter the circumstances. So I appreciate you. I value you as a unique, unrepeatable, fully human person made in the image of God. And I appreciate you watching. God bless, and we'll see you back very soon.